This video we're going to learn how to do shape 1. If you look at your shape sheet, you can see all the dimensions. It should be taped in your notebook. So we are going to start a new file, do a standard part, and we're going to start a new sketch. Let's go ahead and start from the front view, and let's sketch this front face. So I'm going to pull up my line tool, and I'm going to sketch it. I'm going to draw just a random set of lines here. Not a random set of lines, I'm going to draw the shape that I see. But I'm arbitrarily choosing the front face because I'm drawing the front here. So this is the front face. So I'm drawing it. You can see it. Now I'm going to add some dimensions. I'm going to add a dimension here. And it says here that this is 1.5 tall. So I type in 1.5. And I zoom out and move it around. Okay. It says that this length right here is 0.75. And it says that this length from here to the right side, from the left to the right, is 2.25. And it says right here that this height is 0.75. That's nice of it. Okay, so I right click it OK, get out of dimensioning, and I look at it, and I can't really tell it to be any bigger or smaller than it is. If this is 0.75 and this is 1.5, that means this has to be 0.75. I can't add a dimension here. It's already there. What will happen is I'll get an error message like this, and it says you cannot do it, you're over-constraining it, because the dimension already exists. 1.5 minus 0.75 is 0.75, because math. You can't do this dimension here either, because again, it's already there. You just take this and subtract that. The reason why it's still green is because we can still move the shape. We didn't tell it where to be, but we did tell it how big it is. If you want to fix that, use your coincident constraint. Click on this point and make them stuck, and then you notice it turns blue, which means the shape is fully constrained. It cannot move, it cannot change size. Cool. So now I finish my sketch, and I extrude. Now the question is, how far out? Well, if we look here from the back to the front, it says it's 1.5 inches. And you got to see we have the outline of the shape. Now, from here, I'm going to turn on Shaded with Edges because I have it turned off. You might already have it on. Now, you might be looking to see, well, how do I get to Shaded with Edges, Mr. Anderson? Well, if you can't see it in your navigation bar, it's because your visual styles are turned off. It looks like this. All you have to do is click on this little drop-down arrow and turn on Visual Styles. And you can select any type of view. You can even make it look like realistic. You can make it look watercolor. You can make it look like anything you want. You choose. Okay. So from here, anyway, back to this. We are going to cut out this hole right here. So I see this hole right here on this face, so I'm going to go to New Sketch. And now we're going to learn a new constraint. Oh, and by the way, if you can't see this line, it's because you don't have Shaded with Edges on. Okay, so I'm going to learn a new constraint. Let's draw a rectangle. I'm not going to size it. I'm just going to draw a random rectangle. Now, I know this rectangle connects to the top and the bottom. So I'm going to use what's called my collinear constraint. It's like a coincident constraint, but it makes two lines the same line. So I select it, and I select my two lines, and it makes them the same. I select here and here, and it makes them the same. You notice those lines turn blue, but these ones are green because we haven't told it how far away it needs to be. I like to toggle back and forth between my isometric view, or the home button, and the side that I'm sketching on, so I can see my dimensions better. So if I look, I can tell that this line to this line, sometimes you got to hit dimension again and click out both lines again. Sometimes it screws up like that. Let's try it one more time. Third time's a charm. Here to here. There we go. If you look, it's 0.5. And then from here to here, we hit the side view so we can see it, is 0.5. So again, I like to toggle back and forth so I can see my dimensions that I'm sketching from the isometric view like it is here. But once I have the shape fully constrained, it's all blue, I can finish my sketch, and I can extrude the shape and cut it. The question is, how deep does it go? Well, it looks like it goes 0.75 deep, so I type in 0.75. Cool. And we're almost there. The next thing is this shape right here. Okay, so we start a new sketch on this face. And I'm going to draw another random rectangle. Now, if you notice, it cuts off the top, but not the bottom. So it's collinear to the top. Let me go my side view. It's collinear to the top, but not the bottom. Okay? So I look at it from here. I can tell that it's 0.25 from the bottom. From the bottom, now we 0.25. Okay, cool. So now I'm kind of seeing my dimensions. But if you notice, there's something I'm missing. Well, it says from here to here, from this line to this line. So that's from here to here. It's 0.25. Now, it doesn't say how wide this is, but we can assume it's symmetrical. Or I could just look at from this line to this line is 1. So from here to here is 1, which makes this last 1.25 because math. We don't need to put it there. In fact, we can't because it's already fully constrained. So now we finish our sketch. We extrude, cut, distance all, and hit OK. And there's shape 1. Now guys, making it look like it but missing dimensions will not get you a grade, for the record. I am grading you on your ability to read all of the dimensions and build it exactly the same size. Not close, exactly the same. On your quiz next week, if you cannot build the shape exactly like it, you will not get credit for the shape at all. There is no partial credit on this. You either see all the dimensions and build it exactly the way it is, or you don't. And this will be true for all of your shapes. And within the next week, you will build all 15 of them.